Everyone, welcome back to Sunya IAS. I hope you all are doing really great, guys. And this is the continuation in our mains article discussion series. And I have started moral thinkers and philosophers around the world already, right? In this particular series of MAD, under this particular topic of moral thinkers and philosophers around the world, we have already covered 3 philosophers, guys, right? And there has been in parts. So I hope those who are coming for the first time over here in this video, I would request them to go back and watch these 3 parts which we have already covered in the last 3 lectures, guys, right? The 3 parts we have tried to understand about Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. And the way we are studying, you will be remembering them on tips and their contribution on tips, guys. You must be realizing that too. All right. Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, we have already covered in 3-part video. Now this is the 4th part, part number 4. And again, before starting, I'll be telling you, those who are following the series, they must be knowing that we have started, how we have started it, that first of all, where this particular line has been written in syllabus. So you will find that under GS4, this is as per UPSC notification. This particular syllabus which is written in the notification, we will go to this particular point, contribution of moral thinkers and philosophers around the world. And every year 2 to 3 questions are coming from this particular topic, and how any statement, any quotation will be coming, and they will be giving you the, like it is being said by Swami Vivekananda, Aristotle, Socrates, Machiavelli, like this they will be giving you. I have already told you the way they are asking question and what they want. There are multiple philosophers, guys, n number of philosophers, and n number of philosophers have said n number of things. You cannot remember everything, every quotation, right? But if you know that Socrates was all about dialectics, Socrates was all about to have a good life, Socrates was all about that good life is happiness, and happiness is a biggest virtue. So you know the crux. If you know the golden mean concept of Aristotle, you can always write in your answer that as per this quotation of Aristotle, you include these keywords in that particular answer, guys. I hope I am making some sense to you, and the way we are studying, guys, trust me, you will be able to implement this particular things, whatever we are giving our time to, if any question come from this part, that is moral thinkers and philosophers around the world. As I've told you that how we have started with completing Socrates, Plato, Aristotle. Now we will be studying Thomas Aquinas, Machiavelli, and Thomas Hobbes, guys. Not in one go, but part-wise we will be covering, and only important details, right? So first of all, now we will be understanding about Thomas Aquinas, guys. Before that, Socrates, Plato, Aristotle was in what time frame, guys? I have always focused upon the time frame as per the space where they was where they were living at that particular point of time. So you will say Socrates, Plato, Aristotle was from the ancient Greek. Ancient Greek means 4th, 5th century BCE. They were existing during that time period when in the Indian civilization our modern empire was flourishing. Chanakya was there, Ashoka was there, Chandragupta Maurya was there, Dhananand was there, Nanda dynasty was flourishing. They were of that times. Now we are coming to the medieval philosophers. Those were ancient philosophers. Now these are the medieval Western philosophers like Thomas Aquinas. Next, Machiavelli, Thomas Hobbes. These are medieval one. So their time frame is now changed. From ancient we are coming to medieval. So Thomas Aquinas, I'll be telling you about a general introduction, right? So his birth was from 1225 to 1274, guys, AD. Whereas the last 3 philosophers we were talking about in the ancient time, like 4th, 5th century BCE, right? So he was in during this time period of 13th century, you can say. If I ask you what was going on in the Indian civilization at that point of time, see, Thomas Aquinas was from Italy. He was born in Italy, basically in Kingdom of Sicily. He was born there, right? So present day Italy, he was born. So you know that, okay, this I have already made the map, right? So India में 13th century time period में क्या चल रहा था? You will be saying that there was the development in India, the development of Delhi Sultanate was beginning. The slave dynasty, Ghori, was coming over here and he was fighting the battles and then giving the Delhi Sultanate to Qutbuddin Aibak. Then your slave dynasty will be coming. Then under Delhi Sultanate, 3-4 dynasties were coming during the starting series, guys, during the starting time. Right? So simultaneously, see why I am comparing this, because all things are connected, guys. If you will understand these things in this connection, you will be remembering it forever. That okay, जब Thomas Aquinas Machiavelli was existing, तो इंडिया में Delhi Sultanate का time था, right? Now, this much is enough that Italy, he was born and he was a 13th century philosopher. He is important because he was not only focusing upon God, but he connected God with science, guys, with scientific reason. Science means reason. All right, so he is the connecting link between these two. So if we understand the Thomas Aquinas views on ethics, as per him also, ethics is all about how human beings can achieve happiness. Ethics is about, again, good life, and good life will come, and the purpose of good life is happiness. और ये तो आपको Socrates ने भी यही बोला, Plato ने भी उसमें second करा, and Aristotle also admitted this. Again, Thomas Aquinas, as per Thomas Aquinas also, you will find that this ethics is all about good life, living a good life, and good life का sole purpose is happiness. How you will achieve this happiness? By good action. As per Socrates, you have to understand good action by reason, by dialectics. Same things will be described by Thomas Aquinas. So let us study the contribution of Thomas Aquinas, guys. Directly in exam, whatever statement they will be giving you, you have to put these keywords in that particular answer, guys. My sole understanding of this chapter is this only, right? So first of all, you understand that his contribution of in ethics, I am talking about only ethics, guys. इनका contribution बहुत कुछ है, but ethics पे मैं लाके रोक रहा हूँ इसको, because we are concerned about that only. ठीक है? Again, I am saying that PSI are optional, socio optional, philosophy optional. They will be studying these things in more detail. Contribution सबसे पहले उन्होंने दिया human nature पे. It is very important to understand human nature, right? Human nature पे they have given, Aquinas have given contribution. Then he gave his views on God and universe. इसी में उन्होंने एक कंसेप्ट देने की कोशिश करी, दैट इज नेचुरल लॉ. ये भी समझेंगे. इन कीवर्ड्स हैं गाइस, ये कीवर्ड्स आपके आंसर में नहीं दिखे एग्जामिनर को, उनको मजा नहीं आने वाला, वो आपको नहीं देंगे मार्क्स, राइट? एंड वन ऑफ द की कंसेप्ट इन Aquinas ethics is virtue. Again, virtue has come, and this virtue has been discussed by Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle too. Right? Virtue is excellence, goodness. Right? तो Aquinas के views भी हम जानेंगे virtue पे. Then his one more understanding on moral reasoning. Reason. उन्होंने reason को भी नहीं छोड़ा, right? Reason. और reason को ही dialectics बोला गया. Then later on in Plato also you will be seeing that. Understanding, guys. So whenever there will be statement given by Aquinas will come like this. Thomas Aquinas, explain, elucidate, anything will be coming. You have to put these things in your mind, guys, as per Aquina. That Aquina has given contribution in explaining the human nature, what is God, what is universe, what is natural law, what is virtue, what is moral reasoning. So 1, 2, 3, 4 concepts we have to understand. We are understanding these philosophers in a scientific way. एक समझना होता है कि पीएचडी वे में आराम से मैं आपको बैठ के तसल्ली से बहुत लंबा बहुत खिचड़ी बना दूं, बहुत कुछ कंटेंट इनमें अवेलेबल है गाइस, ठीक है? उसमें क्या होगा ना, आपको एंड में कुछ क्रक्स याद आएगा कि थॉमस एक्विनास वाज इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर व्हाट ना. एग्जाम पर्सपेक्टिव से पढ़ना नहीं हुआ ये, अगर आप बहुत इन डिटेल पढ़ रहे हो तो, ठीक है? आई एम ट्रस्ट मी द वे आई एम टेलिंग यू, अगर आप ये डाल देते हो आपको मैक्सिमम मार्क्स मिलेंगे वन स्टूडेंट कैन गेट इन द एग्जामिनेशन in that particular question, and we are aiming for 3 question in this mad series, that is means article discussion, right? So one by one discuss करते हैं हम. human nature को पहले discuss करते हैं. तो as per Aquinas, human nature is having 2 components. As per Plato, human soul is having 3 components. Plato के according 3 था. theory of soul के अंदर आप चले जाओ, that is one is of appetite, reason and courage. reason, courage, appetite, right? Similar thing is said by Aquinas, but Aquinas is saying that human nature is composed of two components. One part is the rational part. The other part is your animal part. Again, Plato has said that a human soul is composed of three things: reason, courage, and appetite. This was said by Plato as per his theory of soul. He was saying that three components are present in a human soul and in different quantity. किसी में courage बहुत ज्यादा होगा, किसी में appetite बहुत ज्यादा होगा, किसी में reason बहुत ज्यादा होगा, right? होना क्या चाहिए ideally? That reason should be dominating over courage, courage should be dominating over appetite. Same thing is said by Aquinas, but in different terminology, that human nature is composed of two components. One is a rational part, another one is animal part. अभी simple है, इसमें आप समझो. That animal part is for desires, that I want this, I want wants, animal part. Rational part is doing reasoning, क्या सही क्या गलत, the ability to reason. So as per Aquinas, the rational part of human being should be utilized to control the animal part, so that we can control this wants, these desires under control by applying the rational part. So every human being is having these two parts. We have to activate the rational part more. Similar thing is seconded upon by Plato also, that rational part should dominate over, or the reasoning should dominate over the courage. Courage should dominate over the appetite. Similar thing is said in Indian philosophy, that हमें अपनी इंद्रियों पे कंट्रोल करना है. So animal is nothing but senses. Similar thing is said by Lord Krishna too in Mahabharata. तो आप क्या समझ रहे हो? That all over the world, different philosopher in different time space were taking birth, और सब कहीं ना कहीं एक ही बात को इंडिकेट कर रहे थे. यू ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस. ठीक है. सो आपको ह्यूमन नेचर में ध्यान रखना है that there are two parts, rational part and animal part, and rational part should be utilized to control the animal part. Now you try to understand the Thomas Aquinas views on God and universe, guys. See, on God, he used to say that human beings are created as an image of God. What is God? God is basically the excellence, where excellence is there. Everything is perfect. What is excellence? Basically, that we are moving towards the goodness, and God is the source of goodness. Similar thing is said by Plato, Aristotle, and your Socrates also, that there is a kingdom of God which is existing, and human beings are the reflection of God. That's why, as per Aquinas, we are inclined towards doing the good. देखो guys, if you are saying that अगर सबके अंदर गुड है तो यहाँ पर क्राइम क्यों हो रहा है? आप ये समझो that those who are terrorist also, those who are criminal also, they are having their bond too. Criminal का brotherhood bond देखो आप, so that means they are also connected with human beings by this particular bond of love, by compassion, by brotherhood. तो दैट मीन्स टेररिस्ट वगैरह के भी भाई बहन होते हैं, उनके भी बॉन्ड बन रहे हैं. दोज आर द रियल थिंग्स दे आर फाइटिंग फॉर. Brotherhood, love, compassion. Are you understanding, guys? So it does not mean that they are also moved by these things only. They are also, but their methods of doing that is wrong. ठीक है. जो as per ethical one human being को दूसरे human being को harm कर रहे हैं because of certain reason, but उनके अंदर भी you will be seeing these goodness. Now when they are still doing crime, as per Socrates, Plato, or any great moral philosopher, you will see that they are just ignorant. They are finding they are finding fake happiness, fake satisfaction, that by doing that wrong step we will be satisfied. By doing that robbery we will be rich in one day, and then we will be happy. By getting into civil services we will be like having all the power, and then what we will be wanting, that will be done in a fraction of second. So all this is false happiness, false consciousness. Understanding? So as per Aquinas, God is nothing but the source of all goodness, and human beings are the reflection of this particular goodness. That's why we are more inclined towards doing the good things, right? And universe is like Paramatma. Understanding that God is basically nothing but universe only. These are certain entities which he has divided. See, this is the very complex debatable thing, that what is the difference between God and universe as per Aquinas. Aquinas says that God has created universe. God is not created by anything. Now again, this is philosophy, guys. आपको फिलोसॉफिकल एंगल में नहीं घुसना, राइट? हर एक डिबेट के, हर एक पॉइंट के देयर आर रीजंस, देन देयर आर काउंटर रीजंस टू, बट वी आर स्टडिंग फॉर एथिक्स, दैट टू हमें सिर्फ उस पर्टिकुलर थिंकर के वहां पर कुछ कीवर्ड्स डालने और अपनी फिर रियल लाइफ एग्जांपल देने, which we are seeing in news, understanding in news regarding climate change, regarding anything you can write. तो इसीलिए हमें बहुत ज़्यादा डिबेट में नहीं घुसना, अदरवाइज इट इज वेरी डिबेटेबल व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन गॉड एंड यूनिवर्स एज पर अकीनास, ठीक है? बट यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट ही हैज पुट गॉड अबव दिस यूनिवर्स, अबव दिस परमात्मा, राइट? परमात्मा मैं आपको वेदांतिक फिलोसफी में बता रहा हूँ, परमात्मा इज नॉट द वर्ड यूज्ड बाय देम, राइट? सो यूनिवर्स इज बेसिकली एज पर अकीनास इज गवर्न्ड बाय दिस नेचुरल लॉ, and natural law is not a set of laws put forward by any external agency. No, every human being is containing these natural laws. You have to understand these natural laws by understanding yourself through reasoning. You have to reason with yourself. If I ask you to kill someone, will you do that? If I am asking A person to kill this B person, will he be able to do that? No. If you will ask a child also to do it without any knowledge of the external world, he will be not doing it. But if you give him the reason, but if you give him certain why criminals are there, why revenge is there, when you give him the feeling of revenge, then they are doing too, and then also they are very they are basically in guilt of doing harm to others. So when you harm other in any way, either you punch, either you slap, either you just pinch, you are guilty of that somewhere. Why that guilt is coming? That is because of your nature, because human nature is inclined towards doing goodness. If I ask you to do good for someone, you will be doing it without thinking, because you are inclined and your soul gets happy if you have seen that, right? But when you harm something, when you lie to, you feel guilt. When you steal to, you somewhere feel fear. It's not because the everyone in the samaj, everyone in society has made this as a wrong thing, but even if you will do this, you will feel not good, guys, right? You are inclined as per your nature, and your nature is to do goodness, and that is what Aquinas natural law is about. That natural law is nothing but it is in you. It is not given by some other, these laws are not made up by some external agencies. So the universe is governed by this natural law, and we have to open up this natural law by reasoning. So if certain people are doing anything wrong, they have to ask themselves that, am I really happy? Am I really satisfied with doing these things? Right? So as per, see, God, universe, as per human, as per Aquinas, human beings' ultimate goal is to be merged with God. आत्मा को परमात्मा से मिलन करना है, ये अल्टीमेट गोल है. इसका मतलब क्या है? दैट यू हैव टू बी सो गुड, यू हैव टू बी सो गुड दैट यू हैव टू मर्ज विद द परमात्मा इज योर अल्टीमेट गोल. You have to follow this natural law, and this natural law is followed by the next concept of Aquinas, that is by virtue. Virtue, as per him, is habit, good habits or disposition that enable human beings to act according to the natural law. And when he will act according to the natural law, he will be behaving right, he will be inclined towards this goodness, and ultimately he will be get united with the God, which is the ultimate aim. So virtues are needed, good habits, good things, good excellence is needed in you by regular practice. The same thing has been said by Aristotle, that you have to practice these virtues. Otherwise, virtue क्या कर रहा है आपको? Basically, it is helping you to become rational by controlling your animal thing, animal desires and all, right? Now you understand, as per Aquinas, virtue, he described that virtue is of two types. He said there are theological virtues. Theological virtues मतलब goal oriented, goal God oriented virtues, and other are cardinal virtues. Cardinal virtue. अब इनका मीनिंग क्या है? As per Aquinas, virtues are actions, right? Theological virtues means that you have faith in something, that you have hope in something, that you are doing charity for something. These all are your beliefs. These all are induced in the human soul, that you are inclined towards these things by God only. These are put forward, put inside a human soul by God, right? To do these things, to have faith, to have hope, to do charity. Basically, theological means to participate by these things to participate in the divine life, that something superior is there, we are calling it God as per Christian, that is basically Jesus Christ. We should be moving towards that direction. Faith, hope and charity. Cardinal virtues means that you have to be just. Justice should be there. Wiseness should be there in your decision. Prudence. Again, fortitude. Fortitude means courage. ये आपके synonyms भी हो जाएंगे इससे. Fortitude means courage. One more thing is needed is temperance. These are the cardinal virtues which you have to go through, and these will only come by practice. And these cardinal virtues will help human beings to live a good life, right, in accordance with the natural law. These all virtues, basically theological virtues also are cardinal virtues also. So you are understanding that these cardinal virtues are important. Justice is to basically follow what is just, right? Prudence is you have to take wise decision. Fortitude means you have to face difficulties with courage. Temperance means you have to maintain your composure, control your desire. It is not that what you are feeling you will do that. Control it, right? So these are cardinal virtues of Aquinas. Again, we are coming to this particular thing. Guys, आप one page note बनाना, इसमें short notes I am telling you, even if you will write this only, you will be automatically remembering, guys. We have seen human nature 2, rational animal, control the animal part. How you will be controlling? By following this natural law. How you will be following this natural law? By virtues. By following theological virtues also and cardinal virtues too. Then you come to the moral reasoning of Thomas Aquinas. Moral reasoning. इसमें कहीं ना कहीं आप समझ रहे होंगे कि that we have to reason. We have to reason means debate only. Debate has been given by Socrates that you have to do dialectics. So moral reasoning is also to make actions judge. You have to judge your actions, that are they as per the natural law, following the natural law or not. So again, moral reasoning we need so that we can see our actions as per natural law or not. Natural law, if we are doing our actions, then we are moving towards good life. We are doing virtues. We are following good virtues, right? That will ultimately help us to achieve the purpose of life, that is happiness, ultimate purpose of life, right? So moral reasoning is also similar to these. So now you have to add these particular keywords in an answer, guys. Try to attempt the PYQs. If Thomas Aquinas statement, try to see what are the different Thomas Aquinas statements are given and try to apply these things, guys. Okay, this is your Thomas Aquinas. Again, you will be finding moral philosophy, ethical philosophy, cardinal values, conflict. There is nothing like that. You don't see this, but see this particular contribution. ह्यूमन नेचर, वन पेज शॉर्ट नोट्स में आप ऐसे बना सकते हो इनको, जैसे भी बनाना हो आपको, लेकिन वन पेज शॉर्ट नोट यू हैव टू क्रिएट. देन गॉड एंड यूनिवर्स एंड नेचुरल लॉ. फॉर नेचुरल लॉ यू नीड वर्च्यू. वर्च्यू आर ऑफ टू टाइप, थियोलॉजिकल वर्च्यूज एंड कार्डिनल वर्च्यूज एज पर अकीनाज. ये हर किसी फिलोसोफर में मत लगाना आप, राइट? एंड देन देयर इज मॉरल रीजनिंग विच वी यू हैव टू डू. ठीक है, मॉरल रीजनिंग, इसी को सोक्रेटिस ने डायलेक्टिक्स बोला. अंडरस्टैंडिंग, सो यू हैव टू सी दीज थिंग्स. ठीक है, सो दिस इज दिस इन अकीनास. नेक्स्ट आई विल बी गिविंग यू इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट मैकियावेली, गाइस. ठीक है, सो आई विल मीट यू इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास. ट्राई टू रिवाइज इट, ट्राई टू सी, ट्राई टू हैव these keywords on your tips, right? So thank you so much. I'll meet you in the next session, guys.